Hello, my absolutely beautiful Aquarius friends, and welcome to your horoscope for August of 2022, where Aquarius this month, not only do we have a full moon happening in your sign, an absolutely beautiful opportunity to clear or bring to culmination things that are not working for you, but also an awesome opportunity for you to step into a little bit of your power and say, I'm serious about my advancement, my mastery, my expertise, and I am willing to detach from some of these other value systems and ideas that are holding me back from getting there. So it's an absolutely phenomenal moon to be working, in your energy. Not to mention, we're also going to have Venus move into the energy of Leo. So right across the street from you, helping with relationships, bringing diplomacy, bringing some affection and some warmth to the relational areas as well. This is a beautiful combination for you stepping into your power and being accepted while you do that. I absolutely love that for you. Now this month we've also got one of your ruling planets already in retrograde, the other one stepping into retrograde, bringing our attention to a very particular signature at 18 degrees of Uranus, or 18 degrees of Taurus, that we want to pay attention to where Uranus is taking that retrograde. So lots to look at this month. Nice month. We're going to get ready this month for what's coming in the upcoming months in terms of the signatures telling us, hey, focus in on this work. So let's jump in here, Aquarius, and see what's going on for August. Right at the beginning of the month on the 4th, we've got Mercury moving into the energy of Virgo. Now for you in the general, this is going to light up your 8th house space. The 8th house is about joint resources, intimacy, you see into me, financial resources, spirituality, healing, trauma, astrology. Some of your deepest passions and desires lie in the 8th house area. Now, the other thing I like the 8th house for is for detoxing, right? What do you need to do or see Mercury, right? Where do you need to investigate? What needs to get out of here? Or what do you need to bring to a finish in some way? Because Virgo's real gift is that it wants wherever it's at to be the very best that it can be, the most healthy, the most lush, just really good quality so that you can ultimately live well in this area and be of service to others. So in your 8th house, this is a great time to analyze what's going on in your joint resources with other people, whether it be collaborations online or in your work area or your family area. Or it is a financial situation. Is it therapy? Is it trauma? What is it that you're looking at in this 8th house area? Because Mercury is going to have this focused, discerning eye to help you review it and find it. Not to mention, Mercury is going to step into pre-retrograde shadow time on the 20th. So we'll get a little signature at 24 degrees of Virgo of what you're actually looking for while you're doing this work of the 8th house. Now on the 11th, we're going to see Venus step into the energy of Leo. So right across the street from you, this lights up the 7th house space. 7th house, conscious, chosen, one-on-one relationships. Now, this is not limited to just romantic relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, romance in terms of marriage, divorce. I also like to bring it home. This is the first partnership you have, right? The partnership of you with you. It starts here, you with divine energy. So wherever you're partnering at, Venus coming here is bringing us sweetness because Venus is an attracting energy. It's a relational energy. So this is an awesome opportunity for you to share sweet words, right? In your relationships. When's the last time you told somebody that you love them? I mean, however you say I love you. I say, are you hungry, right? I'm a Taurus. I say, are you hungry? And that is a way that I share love. How do you share love? Is there an expression of warmth, of grandiosity that needs to be expressed in your relationships? Now, absolutely. If you are single like a Pringle, this could also be a time where you are attracting that vibration of romance, but also finance is available in these relationship zones as well. So what you're looking for is also looking for you. And what you're looking for is available to be found. And Venus helps attract that vibration into you. Now, also on the 11th, we've got that full moon happening at 19 degrees of Aquarius. So lighting up your 1st house. You, your body, your representation of yourself, your identity, how you think of your own energy. A full moon asks us to end something, acknowledge something, and adjust something, Aquarius. So first things first, what's ready to go, right? What about you is ready to go? Is it body weight? Are you ready to shed that? Is it body weight? You're ready to make some gains, put a little something on, like what is it about your physical representation? Is it time for the haircut? Because let me tell you what, when you cut your hair, changes are on the way. We all know that, right? So what does this look like for you? Are you ready to step out into the world and step into your presence in a more mature way? Are you, has there been transition in your family and now your parents are in a different position? So you're actually stepping into your archy, whether it's matri or patriarchy, right? What is the leveling up or the change of you that's ready to come out? Because you are expansive. And this is a time where with Saturn in your sign, you are coming into your expertise, recognition, and demonstration of mastery left and right. Now, this particular moon is in conjunction with your one ruling planet, Saturn, that is retrograde. So we know you're still looking back at some version of yourself and making adjustments. But it's also going to square your other ruling planet, Uranus. And Uranus here is saying, I have to detach. I have to break free from something, or I have to stay this old person, right? If I want this version of life over here, I get to develop and grow and expand into the freedom of this person who is mature enough to step into it, or I got to keep being this person over here and this person does not get this life, right? So you kind of have this choice, but the square here, I think, gets you motivated to break free and allow the expansion of yourself to come forward. I cannot wait to see who you are when Saturn moves into Pisces and is done with your energy, because for every sign that Saturn goes through, we really come to our next level of mastery, right? We really do. Okay, on the 20th, we've got two events happening. First of all, Mercury is going to step into pre-retrograde shadow time. So it's going to start to slow down and get ready for its retrograde at 24 degrees of Virgo. So please take note of this on your chart. Where is 24 degrees of Virgo? Because that is where we're going to light up some lessons for this next retrograde, which will actually happen on September 9th in the energy of Libra and then back up to this Virgo space, okay? Now, also, big ticket item, we've got Mars moving into the energy of Gemini on the 20th as well. And typically we see Mars in a sign for about 6 weeks, but we're going to have Mars here for 7 months. 7 months. Long term. We're talking long term, friend. Okay? So in this 5th house area of your life, children, self-expression, creation, bringing something to fruition, giving something a nice beginning, your hobbies, joy, Aquarius, joy, pleasure, play, right? All of these things now are getting the strategy and the energy and the movement of Mars paired with this Gemini energy, which is curious. Right? I'm curious. I want to know about things. I want to learn about things. I want to talk. I want to share. I want to investigate. I want to teach. Whatever it is, this acquisition of information and dissemination of information is what's going on in this 5th house. So if you're trying to launch a project or a business, or you need to sign all of the beginning of the year paperwork for your children, whatever it is, Mars and Gemini, you've got 7 months of forward motion, retrograde motion, and then coming back forward again as we get into 2023 to really get this area of your life right. Now, one of the other things I think of with Mars in the 5th house is that while we do talk about your children, you are also someone's child, Aquarius. So this could be an inflammation in some way where Mars is putting you under some pressure and you're needing to break free from a family situation, a parent situation, old levels of thinking in some way. And Mars is making it quite uncomfortable so that you will do so and pick a different strategy for navigating here, okay? Let me know in the comment section down below, what's your family situation looking like right now, Aquarius? And you could have the best family life ever. We just get stamps in our mind, Gemini, about how things should be, or we tell ourselves stories, and this may be breaking that down. So let me know what that's looking like. On the 22nd, we've got the sun entering into the energy of Virgo. Now, we already saw that Mercury moved into Virgo in the beginning of the month, and now we've got the sun bringing light, heat, life, vitality. So there is a motivation. You want to be working here. You're not having to like be forced, right? The sun is bringing some motivation to move here. And you want to think about this too. We've got one mercurial energy, Virgo, super lit up with energies right now. And then we've got Mars in the other Mercury energy of Gemini. So truly, the thinking mind, the organizing mind, the connecting the dots and patterns mind is highly activated this month. So make beautiful use of it, okay? While the sun is here, do that 8th house work. If you need to clean out your house, you need to detox your body, your home, your space, your identity, whatever it is, let's do that detoxing. But remember, Virgo is great for discernment and organization, prioritizing. So use the energies that way if you can, okay? Now, on the 24th, we've got Uranus, one of your ruling planets, heading into retrograde at 18 degrees of Taurus. Oh, it's so good. So we already just saw Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction at the end of July, bringing people, places, things, circumstances, lessons, events to your life that were little destiny meetups. Now, however big and loud or subtle this was, this imprint at 18 degrees of Taurus in your chart made a stamp that you might not be quite aware of yet, but it definitely flicked you in the direction of getting on with your resources, your values, your self-esteem, your possessions, right? Things about your body, how you feed yourself, all Taurus terrain and territory, okay? For some of you, maybe you finally did launch that cookbook, or you're like, I need to just do it, dang it, you know? Whatever it is, you got a little nudge in that direction. Now, as Uranus goes retrograde, and remember, we just had full moon energy hovering around 18 degrees as well. It was actually at 19. So we've got a lot of light here to be working with. What is this 18 degrees? And it's about, with Uranus retrograde, freedom. What do you still need to release that will allow you to be free, to expand, to have the freedom you want, a revolution instead of a tension and rebellion that is fear, right? So here, we've got Uranus moving nice and slow to help us make these moves. Now, in full cycle, I'd like you to look back with me for a minute. Let's go back to May 7th of 2022, this year. 14 degrees of Taurus is where Uranus started to vibrate. So what came into your life at that time? Because 14 degrees of Taurus to 18 degrees of Taurus is where this retrograde path is going to work, and we've got a full year to work with that. May 7th, 2022 to May 9th of 2023, your path to freedom is laid out right in here, okay? As we get to the 25th, we see Mercury move into the energy of Libra, where it's also going to take its retrograde on September 9th. But as we have Mercury lighting up this beautiful Libra energy, it's in the 9th house space. So publishing, marketing, broadcasting, training, faith, expansion, whatever you're doing to expand your horizons, get bigger, go beyond the bounds that you've already been in. Mercury in Libra here is going to help you do that work, have those conversations, make those decisions, and they're usually pretty pleasantly done when Mercury's in Libra, because it's a pretty Venus-friendly kind of energy. So you can have chances of being very well received with whatever you need to deliver at this time, even if it's a contract, even if it's something having to do with legal things. Now, as we're going to close out this month on the 27th, we've now got a new moon at 4 degrees of Virgo. So again, putting an extra emphasis into this 8th house area of your life, okay? This is the depth of your chart. These are issues, detoxes, healings, revelations that can become available to you to make you the most healthy, free version of yourself. This is the area of your chart where some of your greatest falls make you the greatest asset to other people in the world, because you can save them from consequences that somebody else cannot, right? Like some of the most stupid things you have done are literally a lifeline to someone else so that they know that they are not out there just hurting on their own, wondering, struggling, celebrating on their own. Instead, there can be a joining in this energy. So plant your seeds of intention in the dark, in the soil of magic here to begin this area of your life. Have a fresh perspective in this area of your life. Even just get organized, right? Do you and your partner need to sit down with that damn budget and go over it and say, listen, this is the honest to God money that we have. This is the honest to God stuff we have over here. This is the honest to God truth about our sex life. And we need to talk about what we're going to do to get organized, healthy, and vital in this area, okay? All right, my beautiful Aquarian friends, I hope you have a gorgeous month, and I look forward to traveling with you in the weeklies. And of course, I'll see you again in September. Bye, friends.